Now we'll refactor this code again. So here you see that this type of request response is applicable for any type of REST call. I mean, get call, put call, post call, something like that. Okay, so we can create a central factory where we can store this thing, and from there we can create instance, and then we can use this thing. So the factory design pattern will be very helpful to do this thing. So I'm going to add a class here now, and then I'll move this code over there. So we can go file, new, and then we can choose a class, and suppose the name of the class is request request, like this, request or req. I'm going to do one thing, it will be easy. So request specification I'm going to copy from here, and then I'm going to create the file name like this class file. So here is that, and it should be request and response together, right? Request and response together, and there will be no public or something like this. We are going to uncheck everything, and then I'm going to press the finish button, and here we'll see like this. Okay, now here I'm going to move this code. So like this part of code, I'm going to move it, Ctrl C, I'm going to put it over there. Okay, we'll get some error, I'll fix those things later. So now here it is looking like that. So instead of this way, we can create some method, right? So that we can call the method and we can directly access there. So I'm going to use one thing. I'm going to write method like static method public, then static, and this is for request specification. So you can copy the name like this, and then get request so I'm just typing the get method over here. Okay, get request spec. Okay, so this way we can define the method, and inside it we can actually return this thing, right? So we can create return return return, and then we can choose this thing, we can put this thing, and here it will be looking like this. Okay, so in this way basically our code will be more modular. So like this way we can create for other cases, we can also do the same way. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to create another method public. So this is the public, I don't know how it is not coming, public, and then after that we have, I'm going to use, it is a static method, and then this is response specification, right? The type is this one, so this type, and then after that I'm going to name the method name is like this thing. So it should be like get response spec 200. Okay, so now I'm going to not now, so you have to use the parenthesis because we are defining the method, and here we have to put this value as a, I mean we need to put like move this thing. So here I'm going to type return and then that thing, so it will be like that. So in this way we created this thing, and the last one, this one. So let's create that thing again, public. I don't know why it is not coming the public like this way. So anyway, so this is the last one. I can copy this thing, it will be easier. So I'm just going to copy and paste, and then this is the this is fine, response specification, but the method name is different. So you have to type 400 instead of 200, right? So I'm going to type instead of 400, and here it should be 400. Okay, and then the remaining is fine. So here get response spec, get response spec 200, 400. Okay, we are done. Now I'm going to remove this thing, or we can put it comment, but we don't need, basically we can remove this thing first. Okay, or you can keep it if you need to review that later, we can keep it. So let's do one thing, and let me move this code at the beginning so that it is easy to check. Ctrl X, and here I'm going to paste it. There is no significant value for this, I just kept this my old code, and now this is my new code. So it is looking like this now. Now we have to use this thing in our API testing using aspect class. So we don't need this thing anymore, so I'm going to commit it. Once we commented these lines of code, then we'll see some errors are coming because it is unable to find this type of thing. So let's fix it. So here, if we check carefully, like request response specification, these are static method, right? So we can directly call this thing directly, right? So here we can create a request specifications, something like that way, this way basically. So request, we can type request request spec builder, not this one, request response specification. So this is the class, right? And we can directly call the method get request. This is request specification, right? This one. I'm going to click here and it will be looking like this. Okay, now we need to initialize this thing, so we can use this same variable to do this thing basically. So here we can initialize it like this way, and we have to tell the return type. What is the return type of this one? The return type is, for this case, it will be request specification, right? So here we can type shortly request. What is that? Okay, request specification and this one. So now we see that this error gone. The same way we can also do for the second case. So I'm going to do the same way. So at first I have to actually call this method, which is like 200. This is for 200, right? So I'm going to call this method like request response specification like this way. So I mistyped the spelling, request and then request then response response is the first one, and then dot get response 200, right? So this is 200, get response spec 200. So I'm going to use that thing. Okay, now I'm going to initialize a variable. The variable is like looking like this, and here I'm going to initialize it like this, and then we have to mention the return type. The return type is response specification for this case, right? So here return type this thing. Okay, I'm going to copy this thing so that it will be easier and faster. So I'm going to type it over here. Okay, so response specification. Okay, now we are fine. Okay, now if we try to run it, then we will not find any error. So I'm going to run it to check whether it is working properly or not. So to do this thing, I'm going to press this small arrow, and very shortly we'll see like this. So it is able to create the payload. Okay, then after that, this is the response 200. Okay, and this is the response body with the ID 5080, and here is the 5080, and 100 is the total price value. And that's it. In this way we can easily refactor the code, and we can delete this thing because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to remove whole thing here so that the code becomes more cleaner, and right now everything is there. So whenever in future if we need to call anything, we can directly call here, call this method like this way, and we can initialize everything, and we can create our code very clean. So now see, it's very clean, right? So very clean and very useful. So that's it. In this way we can refactor the code. We can also refactor the code more nicer, like here we use the hard-coded value, right? We can make it also dynamic. We can create some other thing, but not now, later we'll see. So now everything is working fine, and now I'm going to create some other modification in future.